Hello guys, so we're gonna continue building our Node.js application. So, so from the last slide, you remember we had installed three packages, and that was Express, Mongoose, and NodeMon. So, if you open uh, the project in your VS Code, you'll see that we have this folder for Node modules. This is where the packages are installed, and then the package dash log.json. This one looks the version of the packages that we've installed in the application. So for this one right here, for the package.json is one which lists all the dependencies and the metadata for the project. So next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna continue uh, uh, with the initialization of the app. So we're gonna need a new file inside our Node.js folder. So to do that, you can just click this plus icon right here, and this is for a new file. And if it was a folder, you just use this one for a new folder. Another way that you can create a file is by opening the terminal on your VS Code, and then on the drop down, there's some options. There's PowerShell, Git Bash, command prompt, and the rest. So for most of the commands to execute correctly, you can maybe pick this git bash, and once you select the git bash, it will open something like this in your machine. So right now I'm located in the desktop inside the Node.js folder. So I just remember that I forgot to install another application. So I hope you guys remember how to install. I forgot to install another package, so I hope you remember how to install a package. So you just type npm, and then you can use I or install, then dash dash save, and then now the name of the package. So we need there is one called body parser, and this one is for passing HTTP request, and then let's click enter. Now once it finish installing this parcel, this package, you're gonna see the name of the package inside here. So as we wait for that to install, let's go ahead and create that file. So you can just come here and click, and then just type any name. You can even name app.js like that. And so you can see we now have a new file inside the folder. So, and to initialize our application, we're gonna use Express. Sorry, we're gonna use Express. So just come here on top of the file, and then use constant. So we're gonna name const express equals to, and then we're gonna use the require keyword, and then inside there, just type express. And if you look down on your terminal, you can see the parcel is currently being installed, and it has finished installing the parcel. So if you go back to your package.json, you can see there's a new body parser in version 1.20.2. Okay, so let's go back to the app.js. Okay, so the next thing that we want to do is initialize the app. So we can use const app equals to express, and we put the two brackets like that. Yeah, so this calls the express as a function. And then the next thing that we have to do is now that the whole application has been initialize and assign into this constant called app. There are methods and functions that comes uh, pre-installed into the Express. So there's one that we can use to uh, uh, maybe to listen to the app from specific ports. So for in our case, we can go ahead and do app.listen. And for this one, uh, so just one little thing before we proceed. If you do app dot, you can see all these other methods that comes pre-configured with the Express. So in our case, we just need to set up the port. That way, when a user logs in on the application, they're able to go to a certain port and be able to access the application. So we're gonna use the listen, and then inside there is gonna ask which port are we gonna use for this application. We can even use 3000, and then the next parameter we can pass in a function, and we can use the new syntax for other function, and then in there we can even maybe log to the user that the application is running. Okay, so we can do maybe um, is running on port 3000, just like that. So at this point, the application is almost ready. Okay, so the other part that I would like to do is let's require the body parser up here. So cons body parser, just like this. Just 1 second. And then we're gonna require in there. Put the quotes and just write body parser. As you can see, it gives you like auto suggestion, or is it called autocomplete? Okay, so then beneath the constant app, we can just say app.use. Then this use is a middleware function that comes with Express. So in there we can gonna take the response, the request, and then the response, and then the next function, and then another arrow function. And then for here, this is the request when the user visits a web page in this 3000, in this port 3000. The response is now uh, uh, what the server returns back to the client. In our case, the client, let me switch back to the browser real quick. So so this is the client side. So when the user types in there, maybe youtube.com or Amazon, like that. So right now it's trying to fetch from the server somewhere. So once the user clicks on this web URL, as it loads, the server is sending back the information to this current browser where the user was requesting Amazon.com. So just 1 second. So in our application, when we use the res, which is the response, we try and let's say we want to send maybe something to the user when they visit that home page on the 3000, on the port 3000. You can just say maybe welcome to Node.js, just like that. So now there'll be, when the user visits the home page, there'll be a message like this being displayed to the user. Before I forget, let's set up the body parser too, so we can update use, and then body parser, and then dot URL encoded, and then in there you can set the body parser something that I forgot, but we can check real quick in the browser. So just come in there and search for body parser, and then Let's give it a second for it to load. So guys, whenever you have something, maybe you don't understand something, you can always just pick up maybe a few keywords from what you are trying to look up the answer for, and then just paste it on Google, and you'll be able to receive a response. Yeah, so like right now, like for body parser, once let's see. So once you require the body parser right there, and then you initialize the Express app, you can come in, use body parser.url encoded, and then the extended you set it to false. Okay, so just 1 second. Um, okay, I think I was not able to transition um, my OBS on time, so I can redo it real quick. So let's see. So I was trying to look for this part right here. So once you require the body parser, you can come here and use the middleware for the use, and then excuse my machine, it's a little bit slow. So you have to, this is the part that I was trying to set. So extended, we're gonna be setting it to false. So let's go back to let's transition back to the VS Code. So there, inside there, you can just do the extended, and then we do set it to false. Okay, so I believe the application is ready. Okay, let's try and run this app. So you can just type node, and then yeah, the name of the file. So and then you click enter. So let's give it a few seconds for it to load. So as you can see, there is this output right here, the console log right here. It's saying app is running on, sorry, on port. Let me say on port. Let me update that on port 3000. Now now we have an issue because every time we made a change in this application, we have to stop the application using Control C and then reload the application again, restart the application. So it can, after some time, it kind of get hard, like especially when you're having to make a lot of changes. So there is another package for that that we can use to assist us to restart the app whenever that we made some changes. But for now, let me restart the app again. So node app.js and wait for this output. That way you know the application is running. So let's give it a few seconds. So as you can see, app is running on port 3000. So if we visit our browser, then just type localhost, and then slash 3000. This is the port that we had specified on the application. So let's wait for it to load. We can close this other tab and also close the other tab. So my machine is a little bit slower. I haven't turned it off, I think, since yesterday also. So as you can see from the view, let me reload one more time. As you can see from the view, when we visit to the localhost, then 3000, you see it says welcome to Node.js. Now that's what the user will be able to see. Okay, so now that's pretty much Node.js application. That's just a way that you can set it up and have it running in the browser. So let's go ahead and fix this issue where we had to restart our application over and over. So the good thing is we already installed this package, and it's called NodeMon. Yeah. So to use NodeMon, let's go to the same package.json, and maybe insert another script right here. We can even remove this one, this first script. We don't need it. Okay. And then let's put an what's the name of the script? We can use maybe start, because you want to use something that relates to what it's gonna be doing. So for our case, we're trying to add a script which will reload the application every time we make any changes. So, and then in there, we're gonna use the node mod, and then okay, node mod is gonna look okay. What am I gonna be starting? So you need to put the name of this, like app.js, app.js, like that. Now pretty much it's ready. So let me exit again from this application, and then now see we've been starting our application using the node app.js. But now let me clear the terminal real quick. Now to restart our terminal, we're gonna be using npm and then the name of the script, which is start. So once you click enter, NodeMon is gonna behind the scene start this application and watch for changes. So whenever there's a change, it's gonna reload the application, which is really helpful when you start building the application and there's a lot of changes. So right now it's loading. Let's give it a second. Or let's few more seconds. Go back to the app.js. So once this application, if, let me just 1 second. If we go back to the browser and reload, you'll see that this site can't be reached right now, because the reason why it can't be reached is we had stopped our application, but now it's restarting. So let's wait for it to finish restarting. It shouldn't take that long. Yeah. I think after this, I need to restart my machine one more time. So now you see NodeMon app.js. So a little bit more time. So if we check again on our browser, if we reload again, you'll still see that this site can be reached. So let's wait for it to uh, finish loading. Okay. Now if we go back to our VS Code, you can see app is running on port 3000. And to verify that, if we go to your browser and then refresh, you'll see welcome to Node.js. So that means now the app is up and running again. So let's say, for instance, you want to say maybe welcome to Node.js. This is gonna be fun. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. So okay, so like you see, we've already made some changes, and behind the scene, NodeMon is restarting the application. Every time you make a change, you don't have to stop the application and then restart it again. So once you see it app is running on port 3000, you can double check to make sure that those changes just happen again. So let's see. So if you think my machine is a little bit slow, but you can see welcome to Node.js. This is going to be fun. So we're gonna be using NodeMon with the rest of the project, and thing everything else looks like it's working fine. So the next part of the application is we're gonna do something called separation of concern. So because Node.js follows an MVC pattern, we're gonna have to restructure our project a little bit and maybe add uh, new folders. There's one called view. There's one for routes, and also apart from the routes, there is one called model. So in our next slide, we're gonna start introducing this new folder and then continue working on the application. So thank you, and let's keep watching.